Hello? We're live. We should be live. Hello, everybody. My name is Lexicona. I am going to be running Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I was going to do an April Fool's joke about Xenosaga, but I guess I didn't. So, yeah, so we're just going to go straight into the run. I'll explain things as I go through, and yeah. Alright. Timer starts in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so this is, hey Hio, what's going on? How are you doing? This is Xenoblade Chronicles 2. We're gonna start off right by skipping some cutscenes. We're gonna go right into a battle here. This is the tutorial battle. We can skip all the tutorials by just mashing through them. And this is explaining combat mechanics. The things it's teaching us right now are how to use our abilities and auto attacks. Something about this game people sometimes like, sometimes don't, is that the characters do auto attack. Every type of character, every type of weapon has auto attacks. They auto attack in sets of 3. And yeah. So when they auto attack in sets of 3, we actually speed up the process by moving in between the first and second auto attacks. And that just causes Rex, our main character, to auto-attack very rapidly. So we focus on that. Hey, Dubbington. That's fine, Hugh. Yeah, so we're just getting a bunch of tutorials right now. This game kind of loads on a lot of stuff at the very beginning, and we skip all the cutscenes. So we're kind of just going through the main, the main motions right now. I can go through the story, but right now, essentially, Rex is our main character. He was living on his, he was living on the back of his, who he calls grandfather, who is a Titan. And he was a salvager. Somebody who goes down, dives into the sea of clouds to uncover treasure. Salvagers are very much appreciated in the society because they bring up a lot of useful materials and whatnot. So they get special bonuses and whatnot for the for their services, just to the world. Not used to talking this much in a run. But right now, Rex is essentially chosen to help on this very special mission for plot reasons. And so he's preparing for that. We're going to get some armor and whatnot that we're going to use later in the run, as well as some food, as well as just progressing story stuff. Have a nice night, Artemis. Thanks for running. But yeah, as I said, it kind of just loads a whole bunch on you all at once, so, it's hard to just go over everything it's explaining. So we got 100,000 gold at the beginning. We're gonna drop off 90,000 of it there, so we really only got 10,000 of it. That's going to our family back in the village we were born in and grew up in. Here we're gonna get a tutorial on salvaging. Salvaging is, again, Rex's job, and it is a minigame of sorts that allows you to uncover certain different enemies and quest items and things like that in the game. It's something you can do at any time, as long as you can find a salvaging point, and it consists of 3 quick-time events. We're going to fail all 3, just for speed purposes. And yeah. Not much else to it. We're going to salvage a few times in the run for certain rewards and things, but otherwise it doesn't really play a huge part in the game, or at least in the run. I'm not going to collect any of the rewards. We actually got a good salvage there because no enemies spawned, and so we didn't have to run around them. That money management. Yeah, he's pretty cool. Like, he normally doesn't make that much money, and so he didn't know what to do with it. So he just sent 90% of it to his family. So up here, we're gonna go get some food for our journey that we're about to make. And then we're gonna go rest at the inn. Inns are weird in this game because essentially when you go into battles and get experience, you also get bonus experience. And bonus experience can be exchanged at inns for levels. And there's other stuff you can do with bonus experience in New Game Plus. But in regards to the run, the only thing we're going to do with bonus experience, I hate messing up that, but the only thing you can do with bonus experience is leveling up at an inn. We just got a free level here, and we're good. I do have the notes up because some of the fights and menus can be a little bit hard to remember, so yeah. It's just slight things here and there that I don't really remember. I do remember a lot about the run, though. Alright, so now that we've rested and everything, we're gonna go buy some gear that we couldn't buy earlier, that we're gonna want for the rest of the run. Along with some sparkle sugar, which I guess now we're gonna go over pouch items. And this is a lot to go over, and you guys will see a bunch of it throughout the run, so if it's too much now, you'll get it later. We're gonna buy 8 sparkle sugars. You can buy up to 10. I like the extra money. The way pouch items work is they essentially give bonuses. Every character has a pouch that you can put food in, and when you put food in that pouch, depending on the food you put in, they get bonuses like their arts recharging, which are their abilities, or they get damage reduction, things like that. So it can be really useful, and we use specific ones for the run at certain points. And it can be used for other things besides the bonuses, but we'll go into that later. You'll see a bit of that. So yeah, now we're just talking to people. That's our quest right now. Here we have Jin. He is a main antagonist. He's on our team right now. And then you have Malos over here. He's also a main antagonist. Also, for the record, I'm not going to spare you all the spoilers. I'm going to be talking about stuff crucial to the plot and whatnot, even though we skip cutscenes, because it's easy to explain. So I apologize to those who don't want spoilers. We also have Nia on our team. Nia's going to become a character on our team after, like, permanently on our team after Chapter 1. And she is going to be our healer. But right now we're going to switch her out for Jin because Jin is super strong. We're going to go into our inventory. We're going to equip the muscle belt and the fluffy hat. Those increase our strength and ether respectively. Ether and strength affect the different types of damage we deal. Ether for ether-based abilities and strength for physical abilities. So we're equipping both of them for when we get certain abilities that are super useful. Here we have the lethal Lysat King. We're just gonna attack it a bunch, but mostly Jin and Malos are gonna be dealing the majority of damage. I'm just gonna use a couple abilities. Gonna run back here. It's one of the few. It's I think the only time in the game where you spawn the same place after a cutscene. So you want to run to the entrance of that door just to save some time. Now we're just going to explore this place. We're here because we're looking for some treasure, I guess. Who knows? I'm going to skip all the enemies and all the treasure that we could possibly get. None of it's useful. Yes, Hugh. It is the exact same. This game is ridden with anime tropes, which is another complaint people have about it, but I honestly love it for that. I think it just gives the game a lot of life in some ways. Oh. Right, we have to put that ether cylinder that we got in there, then access the control panel, and we'll be fighting the next boss. Next fight. Yeah, I guess it's a boss. Then we fight Malos. And that's the end of chapter 1. Chapter 1 is a very quick chapter. One of the shortest chapters. The next shortest are the ending chapters. So this fight can be a little bit tricky. We were expected to put on that gear we bought earlier, the one that it forced us to buy, because it gives us, oh, rip, we might die here. Yep, we're dead. So the gear we bought earlier gives us bonus health, meaning we're not supposed to die there. Because of the bonus health, but... Okay, cool. Jin's gonna take aggro. Wonderful. So this fight, obviously, as we just saw, he can easily kill us, but a big benefit of this game is if you die, there's little, like, loss. Like, there's very little detriment to dying. Alright, so now it's gonna enrage. We want to get away from the enrage, because it uses Fin of Fear, and that can hit us and one-shot us. Yeah, for sure, King J. I'm glad to provide the run. I love the run. It's super fun. Speaking of which, if anybody wants to get into the run, we have a community, a Discord for all the Xeno games. However, this is obviously the most run. Alright, that's the Mega Aligo. So in this cutscene, we're gonna die. That's gonna be the end of the game. And so, yeah, now we're gonna spawn, we're gonna be in heaven. Coming up on my favorite cutscene, which we have to skip, we're going to meet Pyra, who a lot of people know about. And then we're going to talk about blades and drivers. Essentially, the way it works is that blades are people or animals or whatever that provide weapons and abilities. Drivers are the ones who use said weapons and abilities. So right now, Pyra's our blade, and we are her driver. It's teaching us about specials. Along with normal driver arts, blades have specials. Or drivers can use specials, rather. And that is after using a certain amount of abilities, you charge up specials and they deal a certain amount of damage. You may also see it says heat up there. Just as a basic kind of explanation of that right now, is that there's blade combos that all deal different elements, and you can combo them in certain ways to cause a bunch of damage and other things that we'll probably get into later. World record for this game right now is 4 hours, 45 minutes. I don't know how many seconds. You might have seen me do a really big flashy ability there, and that's going into different tiered specials. Each blade has their own different specials, going from tiers 1 to 4. Tier 1 is obviously the weakest, Tier 2 is stronger, Tier 3 is stronger, then Tier 4 you have to meet special conditions to cause it. But they can deal a lot of damage and they're very useful. So we're going to be using Tier 4s throughout the whole run, with exception to the very end when we get a new character who can't use Tier 4s. Because she's too strong. Yeah, so story, essentially after that fight, we got saved by our grandfather. Nia and Rex both got saved by Rex's grandfather, and now we're kind of just stranded here on the Titan known as Gormott. I'm gonna pick up this wing chip here and equip it on Pyra. Each blade has different stats and whatnot that you can change via upgrading their weapon through chips. Also, they have an affinity chart that's like a skill chart. All of their skills can be upgraded to certain amounts, like Pyra has bonus crit damage, and we can upgrade that through the run or through the game by increasing its level on the affinity chart. Biobular characters? What do you mean? Or blobular? What's a blobular character? You're salvaging. Again, everything comes very quickly. The only reason, or not salvaging, the only reason we need collection points is to get puzzle tree wood, which we didn't get puzzle tree wood there. Puzzle tree wood is necessary for another quest, and to avoid farming it, we are going to try to collect as much as possible until then. It only spawns in certain spots. Like the round NPCs. Oh, those are Nopon. They're part of the Xenoblade series. And they're just a complete race. They have their own dialect and everything. Yeah, they're Nopon. We're gonna have a Nopon on our party. Nopons can't be blades, I think, or a lot of Nopons, or can't be drivers. A lot of Nopon can't be drivers. So our Nopon friend later is gonna be a driver who has made his own artificial blade. So we're gonna get into another battle here. We're gonna be fighting with Nia. It's gonna teach us about comboing our special and enemy weaknesses and whatnot. So we're gonna charge up to a tier 2 special here, and then we're gonna use Nia's Steam Bomb immediately. Okay, yes, this is perfect. This is gonna kill when Nia uses Steam Bomb. So fire plus water is Steam Bomb, and then when you fire, water, fire, it's Steam Explosion. A lot of combo management. Hey Whiffle, what's going on? Lucky that the wooden bridge didn't burn up as well. I never thought about that. That's actually great. Field skills are an important part of the run because based on the blades that you can get, we're going to need certain ones for certain field skills. Run boys can't drive, disappointed in my generalization. I mean, considering the only one that we approach in the concept of being a driver can't be a driver, along with his family not being able to be a driver, it's an assumption. So yeah, now it's going to teach us on field skills. That is a chest that can't be opened yet because we do not have lockpicking. We're going to get it later, but we're not going to get the chest because lockpicking is a useless chest. Doesn't save enough time for us to get it. Time to burn up the whole forest. Also, I am playing on Japanese. It holds no presence as far as we know. It may change time, but people just run the language they want. I'm not too bent on doing the fastest route all the time, which is actually going to come up later. There's a boss later on where I can do a fast strat that saves like 2 to 3 minutes. But the boss fight's also a great... Oh my god, no puzzle tree wood. Wow, that's really bad. Not like run ending, but bad. There's a boss fight later. We can do a fast strat that saves like 2 to 3 minutes, but it's a really cool fight. And so I would be more inclined to not do the strat, but the strat's also cool. So I don't know which one to do. I'm probably gonna ask chat later. Make a decision. So here we are on Gormont, just a giant titan. We're gonna be running to very specific places to get certain items and whatnot, along with landmarks that we can skip travel to, which is just fast travel. And then we're gonna go straight to Torgoth, which is the first town that we are going to be going to besides Argentum. Donation incentive. We do not do donations for this marathon, and I'm not going to tell people to dono to me. Oh my god. 1 puzzle tree wood. Wow. Looks like we're probably going to be doing some farming for this run. That's not a huge deal. It loses not a huge amount of time. But you can easily lose minutes to this run. Or save minutes. RNG, you're very much at the mercy of RNG when it comes to this run. While a lot of it is skill-based, there is a healthy amount of RNG, which is why I mostly just run no reset runs. It gets me practice in the run, and I don't needlessly reset over all the RNG that happens. This has never happened before. Oh no, it happens all the time. I've had to farm Puzzle Tree Wood so much. I think, yeah, no, the other day I got a run that, I didn't get any Puzzle Tree Wood by the time I got to Torgoth. So, there's definitely, it's better, but there's a lot of improvement to be had in regards to my current situation. But again, no big deal. We're going up here. Ladders are pretty OP. Ladders and climbable surfaces are OP in this game. Oh my god. Wow. For two reasons. One, if you climb a ladder, it removes all enemy aggro. And two, like, it ends all battles and removes aggro. And the second reason is you can break falls with it, rendering yourself immune to fall damage effectively. So if I get this jump right, we will see that in action. It's a lot of vegetables, that's good. Yep, there we go. Ladders in action. We're gonna see that a couple times in the run. It's very useful. Right here we're gonna grab the eye patch, which increases our crit damage. And equip that later on. And we're gonna go back to Lyta Oasis. So I didn't talk about Nia has the blade Dromark, and as I mentioned, she is our healer. There are certain healer and attacker blades and tanks as well. It is very similar to an MMO in that way. It's very like role class based. So Dromark is a ring blade. He uses twin rings, and Nia using them makes her our healer because they are a healer weapon, which gives her certain healing abilities and things like that. Only the two girl characters in the game, Morag and Nia, can be healers. So, like, the others can also be healers, but they don't provide much healing ability compared to the other two. The exception to Rex at a certain point in the game. Also, that was a scary skip. That one, we jump off the side of the bridge and go into the window right there. You're not supposed to be able to get in that way, but we do, so. And that's another field skill. Some field skills are only activatable via collections, so. Getting that one there is pretty nice. I think we're fine on vegetables, but I want to take one more just in case. And then I won't have to grab them anymore. I'm gonna grab this treasure trove for the amethyst chip. This is ahead of our level as of right now, but it's gonna be good because the extra damage we get from it. We're gonna be equipping that on Dromark later. Another Dromark botany. We're completely good on veggies. So yeah, this is a pretty long run before Torgoth. Probably the main, like, I guess you could call it grinding section of the run, besides before an area we go to in chapter 7. Glad to hear it, Cope. Sorry that you didn't get interested by the game, but we really break the game. I'm sure, as some people may have noticed, enemies tend to be damage sponges in this game. But understanding the game's mechanics allows you to really grind them down very quickly. We can destroy bosses from half or more health at certain points. Alright, so geometry was not nice, but it wasn't much money lost, so it doesn't matter. Got the Bunnet Choker there, that's good for selling. Now we're going to do a menu, so I'm going to focus for a little bit. Moving around abilities and upgrading her healing halo. Gonna upgrade Nia's own affinity chart. Everybody has an affinity chart, blades and drivers, although drivers don't have as extensive of an affinity. I'm gonna take out the muscle belt for the eye patch. I'm gonna equip a muscle belt and fluffy hat on Nia, And give her the Sparkle Sugar, which increases her Arts Recharge. And then we're going to equip the Amethyst chip on Dromark, which gives him Rings of the Maiden, which we get for damage, but also the aggro reduction is nice. Saboteur, what's going on? So this is giving us tutorial on tides. Pretty much useless information for the run. We in at one point to change the tide, but that's the only time we care about tides. And here's Torgoth. We're going to see a small snippet of it at the very beginning, and then we're going to go straight into a fight. It's going to be the Brigid fight. Everybody calls her Brigid. I call her Brigid. I like that name more. Or rather, it's going to be Padraig and then Padraig and Brigid. Yeah, that's going to be just quick, straight up. Popcorn, what's going on? So yeah, we're going to start off this fight and we're just going to kill enemies as normal. Nothing special. Really? Sometimes you can get misses, which can really mess with your arts recharge, but right now it hasn't been too mean to us. As I mentioned before, with the salvaging, there's also quick times on specials as well, and the bonus of hitting quick times on specials comes down to actually getting recharged towards your next special later on. The game's good, but this is a speedrun, by the way, so you will be seeing spoilers if you watch this. So yeah, what we're doing here, just fighting some people who are like, ooh, you're the driver of the Aegis. She caused destruction 500 years ago. We can't let that happen again. Some world policemen here. They are the Empire, actually. We're gonna actually be making friends with the Empire later. Yeah, the game really throws too much content at you at first. I had a lot of trouble with it when I first learned it, but when I took the time to really learn the game, I really enjoyed it. We're gonna go for a tier 4 here. Hopefully this will kill, but she is resistant to fire, so it might not. Cool. Got a kill. We're good. Easy game, easy life. The slow-paced RPG. Yeah, it's pretty slow. My first file was, I think, 75 hours. Takes a while to get through, but it's worth it. I really enjoy this game. So Pyra's gonna cook for us here. It's one of her abilities. It just gives you things that it gives you pouch items. I don't use the cooking feature. It's the only reason I haven't maxed out Pyra's affinity tree in my casual playthrough. I'm not too set on that one. I'm good. But yeah, so essentially Nia was captured, and so we need to find out how to save her. I'm gonna ask around about what people might have heard about Nia's capture or anything. And we're gonna talk to the people necessary to progress the quest. There are these two that we're gonna be talking to, and then buying some information from an informant. Informants are cool because they help you understand game mechanics, but serve little to no purpose to the run. And here we're going to get into development. Essentially, by finding spots in a town, by buying things, etc., you can develop a town. Development unlocks missions that you can do later, as well as decreases prices of things, so. Isn't Nia behind me? Nope, that is Pyra, because she needs to disguise herself. Because we don't want to be found by the Imperials again. Skipping cutscenes again. So that right there was something that is a core mechanic to the run. It is this game, or core mechanic to the game. This game is a gacha game, if you've heard of them. Those mobile games where you spend money and roll to get like certain characters and use them in battles. Yeah, that's this game. We'll be going more into that later when we do some specific rolls for blades, but essentially you can use core crystals and get a random blade from the core crystal. Sometimes it's a rare blade, which is a one of a kind, and then other times it's just a generic, randomly generated blade. Gotcha. G-A-C-H-A. They're a type of mobile game. Is there a type of random blade we're looking for in any percent? So, as for blades, and I'll get into this later, we're gonna need a specific 6 types of blades, just element type for field skills. But also, if we get certain rares, it can save us up to like 5 minutes of the run. Have a nice night, Hugh. Thanks for being here. Get a good sleep. See you later. See ya. Not gonna lie, you totally forgot about field skills. They're required to finish the game. So, I hope you don't forget about them. They're pretty useful. So here, we're gonna get into that artificial blade I mentioned earlier. Poppy. Poppy is... Currently, we're getting the items to finish the quest to get her. She's a unique blade because she doesn't really upgrade the same way other blades do. But we aren't really going to explore that at all in the run because it takes too much time and effort. Stop playing a good third of the way into the game. It's worth the finish. Really worth the finish. What chapter were you in a third of the way into the game? Because there's 10 chapters. Oh, come on. Alright. Well, I think that was a crit. Well, so that was actually a quick kill. I think we crit our Rolling Smash. Rolling Smash deals a lot of damage. A lot more than it should, honestly. But yeah. We're gonna go turn in this stuff here and get the stuff we need to finish up Poppy. Think we're a little bit low on money, but that shouldn't be a huge issue. Money is pretty secure in regards to the run. We just might have to sell that bonnet choker we got earlier. We're going to sell it anyways, but selling it now just means low on money. We gotta sell it. No big deal. Alright, so we got the supplies we need to get Poppy. We're gonna go get her, and then we're gonna save Nia. Fair bit into chapter 3? Yeah, you were about a third into the game then. Chapter 3 is one of the longest chapters in the run. I think. Yeah, it's one of the longest. So here's Tora Tora, the aforementioned way to upgrade Poppy. It's absolutely useless because it takes too much time. Poppy is useful for a while, and then we stop using her because you have to really upgrade her through that means. So now we have Tora on our team. Tora and Poppy. He is our tank. Yeah. Now we're gonna go do what we can to save Mia. Once we get to a certain point, though, we're gonna teleport back to Argentum. The reason being is the developers of this game, I guess, didn't really predict players to go back to certain places they had already been. And so we can go back to Argentum and get a really broken core chip for this point in the game. And we're not even doing anything suspicious, not glitching or anything, we just go and we get it. Oh, the combat's super fun. 2 puzzle tree wood. Yeah, we are 100% gonna have to farm. So normally you have to jump down and do all this weird climbing and whatnot, but you can actually skip down this way. So it's just a quick jump to save some time. So now we're on the Titan, not the Titan, the Imperial ship, and yeah. You just got scared of the combat since there's a lot to learn? Yeah, you definitely have to take it slow. Why was I missing that ladder? You have to really take it slow at the combat, and it does a bad job of letting you do that. I had somebody explain a lot of the stuff to me during my casual playthrough, and like, he saved my life. Alright, so we're gonna go back to Argentum, as I had mentioned before, and we're just gonna move around, grab some stuff, and get the coil chip. Along with a couple other things, but the big reason we're coming here right now is the coil chip, which I think, yeah, it triples Pyra's current damage output. Oh, for sure, the run is super easy to pick up. There's just a lot of nuance to it that takes a little bit to understand. I'm gonna get the GC Samad, we're gonna use that later on. Now we're gonna jump down here and get the coil chip, which, as mentioned before, gives us 3 times our current damage output on Pyra, making us a complete powerhouse. We're gonna do something similar to this later, just getting something that we can get, but the devs, I guess, didn't expect us to. That's gonna be when we get our next powerhouse. Tricks you can implement in casual runs. Yeah, there's a lot of those in this game. Here. Wind Knuckles. Wait. Rolling Smash level 2. Tora. Fighter level 2. Equip the Abyss Vest so he gets more health. Give him the Sparkle Sugar. And then we're gonna go back to Gormott. This is an ARPG. So a lot of like RPGs are pretty similar to run, but ARPGs definitely break that mold. So I really like running ARPGs. I've run Nier, I've run FF15, I've run so many different RPGs. This game's music's amazing. Every game that I've run has had amazing music, IMO. I am a big audiophile when it comes to that stuff. Not like too bent on having good headphones, but I love music. So we're just going to be doing some precise stealth to make sure people don't see us, so we can access field skills and whatnot without having to get into battle. At least stealth when it matters. I think this is the only point on the battleship where this matters. Otherwise, we just run past everything. Like so. So we're gonna go save Nia now. This is a fight that we have to do. Don't forget you. Come on. So you guys want to see how much the coil chip affected our damage? Because you'll get to see it here. Watch his health bar. JP voice acting is a lot better, IMO. So we got Nia back. It's going to give us the rundown on rolls. Oh, really? We're going to get the bronze chip here. It's just going to be a small damage increase for Poppy. So like a lot of MMOs, this isn't an MMO, but it takes after the style. Like a lot of MMOs, aggro can be made via items or damage. And if we out-damage Poppy, we out-aggro Poppy, and that's a little dangerous sometimes. So we really want to make sure that Poppy is at least somewhat keeping up on the damage. So that's why we get the bronze chip for her, as well as just more damage means faster fights. We're gonna go back here, and now it's just a straight shot to Dougal, who is the boss for this battleship. He's a pretty rough fight. I have died on him a couple times. He can really screw with you with RNG, but it's not a huge deal. It's a little bit of an RNG fest. He can run around, and it can really annoy me. But that's Dougal. I can give us an explanation on heart-to-hearts. We don't need a heart. We don't see a heart-to-heart until later, and that's because it's required for one of our blades' development. Basically, they're just little cutscenes and whatnot that occur if you have the required blades and drivers equipped. They're cool. They're snippets of lore and whatnot. So here's Dougal. Really annoying fight. And he's dodging every attack. Didn't get the phase swap. You can skip that text box there if you kill him, if you phase him there. Alright, phase 2 of this fight. It's basically the same thing, except his blade has a lot more attacks. It's very annoying to fight. As he uses this wonderful attack where he spins around and uses the blowdown effect on everybody, which essentially sends them flying backwards. It's really annoying. Oh, it's probably like the next attack. Nope, it's gonna be the next attack. Or not. Wow. There we go. This is the attack. The really annoying attack. It can really mess you up if it comes at the wrong time. So I'm going to be specifically trying to get what's called a joint combo finish. I forgot to go over it, but I had mentioned how there were blade combos, but there's also driver combos. It's a lot to go into, but essentially, so Nia died, so we didn't get a break. Essentially, having a driver combo and a blade combo can cause what's called a joint combo, and they provide an increase in damage and a bunch of other effects. We're gonna try to get joint combos when we can, because one, increase in damage, and two, it gives us bonus experience if we do get a joint combo finish. That was an okay fight. Definitely could have been a lot worse, so I'll take it. Not mad about that fight at all. But yeah, now we're gonna fight Morag. It's essentially just gonna be the same fight, except we're going to really try to exploit a joint combo trick to get a massive damage bonus. If we don't, then we won't be able to kill her with the tier 3. So that break right there, that break and the topple, those are part of a driver combo. Driver combos are going in the order of break, topple, launch, and smash, and they are a complex combo that you can use to inflict a bunch of damage and get loot from your enemies. Alright, so that's actually the first time I've ever gotten this fight how it's supposed to be. This is going to kill with the tier 3. I've never gotten this before. So, hashtag that's never happened before, but in a good way. Alright, and that's chapter 2. More cutscenes. Very cutscene heavy game, as usual. Still April Fool's Day. Can I fit an April Fool's joke into this? I don't think I can. Yeah, now we just got some quests moving around. We're gonna hope to get good puzzle tree RNG, but at this point I think it's guaranteed that unless we get like virtually impossible RNG, we're gonna have to farm for puzzle tree wood, so not a huge deal. Yeah, so we're just gonna be getting the Nakia timber site, and then we're gonna go to Uman's shipyard. It's gonna take a long time to walk there, so I'm gonna have a bit of downtime. How is everyone? What's going on? How are our lives? I'm sorry if I'm talking too quickly. I think I'm nervous. 3 puzzle tree wood now. You win the boss fight, lose the cutscene? Not always. But it happens a lot, yes. I don't think there's a single boss fight in this game where you're supposed to lose. Yeah, there's not a single one where you have to lose. All right. These 2 Turkins over here can deal a bit of damage if we aren't careful, so I'm gonna try to go around them. did it. We saved the run. So actually, we would have golded that, I'm pretty sure we would have golded that chapter 2. At least we would have golded the Morag fight. I don't have a split for the Morag fight, but that small section at the end of chapter 2, I'm pretty sure we would have golded if I was using splits. Alright, so here's the quest where we need the puzzle tree wood. Heads up, we don't have it, so we're gonna have to farm. Even if we get the best possible RNG here in this last check, we have to farm. It's been really mean in regards to puzzle tree wood, but oh well, that's life. Yeah, 1. Now we're at 4. Thanks, game. Love you too. We're gonna be fighting Moonlighting Elwyn here for just some money. Gives us some items that we can sell. This is also getting into the concept of unique enemies. There are some enemies in the world that have a lot more health and deal a lot more damage than their level would lead you to believe. They can be fought multiple times over. Yeah, those are unique enemies. They're named and everything. Super bosses are unique enemies. There's unique enemies all over the world that aren't super bosses. Like, you see them all throughout the game. I think it's one of the few, if not only, one of the few, if not only, unique enemies that we're going to fight. I'm pretty sure it's the only one. Yeah, now we're gonna farm because we need more puzzle tree wood. 5. Oh boy, farming, my favorite. Every time when I'm farming, the last one gives me multiple, but every other one gives me 1 or none. 6. Oh hey, that's 8. Hey, okay, cool, we're good. So yeah, we're just turning in this quest now, and then we're gonna go to Torgoth. We're gonna sleep because we need to go save his Titan that he ties the boat to, because it ran away, and we can't reach it unless it's high tide. So I'm gonna stay at the inn here, get a few levels, swap it to high tide, and then go after that. Do a little bit of shopping, and then go after that Titan. Nia is usually a level ahead of Rex, and we'll see that constantly throughout the game. It's actually really good, because it just means she heals more. Now we're going to do some shopping, and then go to the Titan, and then progress. I'm gonna get the lance attachment there. The big blade that we're gonna be using later on is a lance type, so we want that for when we start using that blade. I'm gonna go here, jump down, and talk to the Titan. after picking up a chest. You can swim in the clouds, by the way. It's the Cloud Sea. You just think about it like water. Makes a lot more sense. That's the Titan we're talking to. By talking to, I mean giving a treat so it'll go back to its owner. Kumon. And low. Thanks, stay hydrated, bot. I am kind of parched, but oh well. I need to put the Ox Core on Pyra. So blades have things called Ox Cores that you can equip. I did the wrong one. Gotta go back to Torgoth. Whoops! You can equip Ox Cores on blades and give your blades special effects based on the Ox Cores you get. I'm gonna just sell that one that I already refined. It's a good thing I got so much extra wood, because if not, that'd actually be a worrying mistake. Maybe not run losing, but we just lose more time than we were already losing because of it. That's the right one. Thank you. Alright. Pyra, give you this Ox Core. That just increases her attack when she gets to max affinity. If you may have noticed, we have a blue tether to our blade when in battle. And that is our affinity gauge, or not a gauge really, but that's an ether connection for the blade to supply power to the weapon. And our affinity with our blade will cause that ether connection to turn yellow when it is at full. So that thing we just equipped just makes it so that our blade deals, or we deal more damage. Our blade's affinity is at max in battle. Alright, so story things happened there. We were trying to go to the World Tree. That's why we teamed up with Pyra. We promised her to go to Elysium, which is essentially like heaven, but like, I don't know, heaven on earth. Basically the place where you can go to save the world. They want to go meet their creator. And so she made Rex promise to her that he would take her there, because he also wants to go there. And in doing so, revived him when he died in the first chapter. So what happened there is we were getting the boat to go to the World Tree, which takes us up to Elysium. And in doing so, we were stopped by Pyra's old defense mechanism, which I guess didn't recognize her. And we ended up washed up on Araya, who is another Titan. So, yeah. This is Vondan. Gonna be bad guy for a fight and then become our best friend right after. Gonna end up dying and causing a whole anger phase for Rex that makes him immortal for a fight phase, essentially. Not immortal. He can still die, but yeah. So here we see a fight with multiple drivers. I actually messed up something there, but it's not gonna matter too much. We're just gonna hope that I don't get hit here. Oh no, I did! That's not good. Not a huge deal, but alright, so we did get the steam bomb in time, so that's good. We're gonna hope for a break here. And if Zuo and what's his face, you are gonna be nice to us, they're gonna go right next to Vandom. This should be good enough. They should be close enough. Vandom probably won't die from this, but the other two will if they get hit. Yeah, so you got hit. He didn't die, but he got very close. Just gonna kill him here. So yeah, now we're just finishing them off. It's not an amazing fight, but not awful. It's a decent fight. The fact that we got taunted there, we recovered well. So I'm glad that we were able to recover so easily. So yeah, Vandom's basically like, haha, I was joking, I'm a nice guy, and invited us back to his village, where he runs a group of mercenaries. Yeah. Basically it for story. We're gonna be running for a while again before the next battle. And then running a little bit more after that. Then another immediate battle, and then a battle soon after that, and then running for a while. But that, yeah. That big run later on is actually gonna feature our first out of bounds in the game. We have a few out of bounds that we do. Skip some points in the run. Not necessarily like necessary out of bounds, but very useful. Save tons of time in some cases. We bought 2 generosity there. We're gonna use that on Rex later. For the bonuses, of course. Anything missing? Nope, got it all. Cool. Sometimes things can hide behind barrels when they come out of other barrels. It can be really annoying because you just... Yeah. Like, I've had that giant pile of gold get stuck behind that barrel and I can't get it. Sucks because it's like 2k gold down. I'm gonna buy a colorful feather here, that's gonna be useful later on. Essentially what it does is it makes the person holding it start every battle with aggro. We're gonna put it on Tora, and it's gonna be used later on to make sure we can get through some long runs without enemies killing us along the way. Especially level like 80 something enemies. Because we do go through a level 80 area at one point. Ooh, that hurt. Please don't kill. Please, thank you. It was very close. Never gotten hit by that before, so I didn't know how much damage it would deal. Yeah, that was really close. Game's music is so relaxing. So good. We're gonna come up here to the Rampaging Arden. It's going to, essentially before this fight, we're going to upgrade one of our skills through a cutscene. And it's going to make it so that the skill, when used on an enemy with the status break, will topple them. It's a pretty useful thing casually, however, we don't use it too much in the run. It does find its way around in regards to use, but it's not a huge thing that we focus on. So it starts out enraged, which means it takes double damage from its weakness, or double weakness damage. Weakness damage I think is already doubled, but when enraged, deals even more. And I immediately start out with a heat. Oh, and it's broken? Wow. Alright, so now we get to see the driver combo that I mentioned. It's toppled. Vandam here launched it. We can't smash it though, we don't have the blade to smash, which sucks, but it is what it is. Oh no, I didn't want a tier 4. Rip. Oh well, no big deal. It's gonna die anyways. I didn't want a tier 4 because if you do a tier 4, unless it's a certain combo, you can't get a joint combo bonus because it takes too long for the animation to go off. Not a huge deal, just a little annoying. I'm gonna put Tora back in our team. I'm gonna play Nia, or select Nia. We're gonna upgrade Jaguar Slash. Either of the two is fine. Wait. Oh, Gemini Loop, okay. We're gonna upgrade Big Boost for Tora. We can upgrade either one. We're gonna upgrade them later. What have you missed? You've missed stuff. The game. The first 2 chapters. 2.5. No big deal. I'm gonna upgrade some stuff on the affinity trees. Giving Tora some health and whatnot. Giving Nia some... giving Rex and Nia some effects that are useful. And then we're gonna do some pouch items. I'm gonna give her the oh wait. Let's wait a little bit before we do this one, just because I want to I want to make sure that they use their items after this. Doing it too fast can mean that certain blades don't get trust, which is something we'll talk about later. Well, I guess we could talk about it now. Trust is a measurement in between blades and their drivers, or rather, it's just a blade has a certain amount of trust, and the higher their trust, the higher damage they deal, more affinity trees or the more affinity levels they unlock, things like that. So both Tora and Nia did their trust stuff, so now I can switch them off. Use the different items. I'm gonna put the Generosity Tea on him, and then we're gonna check Pyra's Tree. It's a great game. So Pyra's Trust 1 up, so she's gonna be dealing more damage, and she can access more of her affinity tree. It's that simple. Trust is gained by being in battle with your blade, as well as a plethora of other things, like pouch items and whatnot. So here is a bit of a rough fight, so we're gonna hope for the best. This fight can be mean, but very rarely does it really kill anything. So... Now I'm gonna wait here before I actually use Volcano, which is the second level of this combo. The reason being is I want Tora to be able to level up his arts and whatnot before I move to the next step, or else he won't be able to get the tier 3 off. So I used this to actually skip that ability Queen Bomb there. You can just deal a lot of damage, so I wanted to make sure I didn't get hit by it. No, it resisted the break. Dying there isn't a huge deal. So there's something in this game called the team chain gauge. You can, if it's full, you can start a team chain, which we'll be able to starting the next fight. But it's also used when somebody dies. If you revive them, it uses one part of the team chain gauge. So, want to make sure you're not dying, just to make sure you conserve that gauge. Shit. Oh, whoops, sorry. Not used to not being able to curse. Yeah, can you heal, please? Thank you. Come on. I just dealt too much damage. Yeah, Nia shouldn't die from this. Yeah, we're fine. I'm gonna finish off with the tier 4 here. It's gonna kill. This was a decent fight. I'll definitely take this fight. Cool, cool. How does dodging work in this game? There are certain abilities you can dodge, with exceptions. But if it's a specifically targeted attack, it has to miss you. They just has to make sure it doesn't hit through evasion or through accuracy issues. Otherwise, like if it's an AoE attack, you can just stay out of the way. So now we're going to fight Akos, who is a friend of Jin and Malos, who I mentioned before, who we were on their team with before. This is when we learn about team chains. We're going to team chain to finish the fight for extra experience, since it gives us a bonus to this team chain if we don't fail the fight first, which I've only failed this fight once, so I shouldn't. Come on. Thank you. Let's get a tier 4 here, because we're not going to kill him, so I don't need to worry about a joint combo. I want to get as much damage as possible so we can get more bonus damage. The way team chains work is that everybody takes turns attacking, and you can extend the combos for certain things. So we're going to get 2 turns here to attack. If you kill them during the team chain, all damage dealt after killing them will be exchanged to extra bonuses like money and experience. So we want to make sure we're dealing as much damage as possible. Oh, we're going to actually get 2 combos. There we go. So everybody's taking turns using their tier specials. Yeah, not much else to it. So that's already, we killed him, so we're going to use Pyra's tier 3 here. And it is going to give us a bunch of bonus. That's very good, because we're going to need levels for a fight coming up. Just in general, that fight is very rough. If you want to play it safe, you can use an N right before it. but I don't do that. I used to, but I'm experienced enough with the run that I don't need to. Although I have had times where I died a lot. More cutscenes now, and then we're gonna go fight Zeke. Zeke is a character who will be on our team later on. A funny character. I used to not like him, but he has his moments. Yeah. He acts as a bad guy right now who randomly fights us, but later on joins our party as a permanent member. He's a good character, honestly. I really like Zeke's character, considering how I used to not like his character at all. And his Blade Pandoria is also an extremely good character. She seems goofy at first, but when you like really look down into like the nuance in her character and the relationship she has with Zeke, she's a really well-written character, well-made. But they are, in general, the comic relief of the party. And then after that, we got our big run. This is the Zeke fight. Apparently there's strats that people use that I don't, but I like my strats. I like the way I do this. I don't know if it's too much faster or slower, but the one time I've tried their strat, it wasn't amazing. At least it didn't work too well. Not bagging on him, just saying. It just depends on me getting a break or two. That's one break. It's not when I needed it, though. Alright, Nia. I could use your break right about now. Come on. Alright, so we're gonna be able... So with stacking 2 specials on this break, we're gonna deal a ton of damage to Zeke. $21,000 damage. This is... So when you really know how to exploit the damage systems in this game, it's bonkers what you can do. And we're going to be killing bosses from half health later on. Just gonna finish him off with a tier 2 special. Cool. That's Zeke. Alright, I'm gonna check all the charts of the blades and then switch to Nia here, because playing as Nia is necessary for the next out of bounds. The first out of bounds, actually. Actually, I want to check if my wind blade has wind. I don't... Okay, so it looks like it's going to be like killing enemies from a certain area, I think. I hope. That'd be easy. Maybe not amazing, but easy. The reason I check that is if we get bad blade pulls later, it's going to be useful to use that wind mastery. Come on, phone. Phone going off. Threatening me I have to take my medication. Meds. How's everyone's night going? Forgot to switch to Nia. She rides on Drumark. Doesn't ride on any other character or any other blade you equip on her. Only Drumark, because he is a He can never leave her party, with exception to a couple times and in New Game Plus. So she has a special animation with him. I need your sass. Oh, we're good. I hope we're good. Wow. Okay, that's like a minute or 2 minutes of time loss. There's a lot of time where you run, so that's not a huge deal because we can save that time later. But wow. Sometimes enemies in this area are just super mean and aggro you all over. So if you aren't safe, you end up taking a bunch of damage. Okay, cool, we're good. We are safe. Nia's fun to play. I like having control over healers, making sure my party stays alive. I don't like having to focus on dealing damage or taking damage too much. I just like to make sure that people are at full health. So this skip here, normally you have to go over there to that side of the, I guess, dam, and you have to open it up to clear the water to go under this gate, but with some precise character swapping and whatnot, you can actually clip into the gate and go to the other side. Come on. Thank you. Should be good. Nope. This can take a few tries. I get it, like, I commonly get it first try, but it can also be a little weird sometimes, so. No, that wasn't good. Come on. There we go. Third try. So yeah, now we're just gonna go to Fonsamima, get into a fight, and then fight one of the meanest fights in the run, which I have to save before because we can soft lock mid-fight. It's very rare, but it does happen, so. We actually recently discovered that it wasn't just that fight that you can soft lock in. Everybody always thought it was just that fight, but I soft locked in another fight at one point the other day, and so we learned that it's not just that fight, and it's any fight that meets certain parameters. Such a calming run. Really nice music, really nice atmosphere. It's a shame we didn't get the Sparkle Rain. Whenever you leave a continent, it always randomizes the weather. So you can get rain here, and when it rains, it like sparkles with the rain, and like makes a sound that would go along with like a shine animation. It's actually a really cool weather pattern. I really like it. I prefer it. It doesn't always happen. I'd say it's more sunny than anything else. Now we're gonna fight a violent driver who is pushing around a little girl. Because they have to ration their food and he feels entitled. Since he is a soldier for the country. This fight shouldn't be too problematic, but it can take longer than I want it to. No, just normal fight things. Nothing new. This run has a lot of just general fight RNG. When you run this, you learn to not really expect best RNG and to just expect like everything to go wrong, and if things go right, then that's time saved. Especially with blade pulls. No. I missed the topple! I shouldn't have finished the anchor shot. Which means we don't get the damage bonus. Come on, just die, dude. This fight's taking longer than I want it to, but again, you learn to expect the worst. So we're gonna do something here that people don't really like. The game teaches you about, but doesn't really teach you about enough, and it's about deeds. So when you buy at least one of every item from a shop, every item that they can possibly ever sell, which means unlocking items they don't already sell, it gives you access to buying the deed for the shop. Not only does it like change their voice lines, calling you the owner and whatnot, but also it gives you certain buffs. We only get one deed in the run. We get that one because 1, it's accessible without unlocking other items, and 2, it increases our running, or 2, you can get it immediately. It's right on our path, and 3, it increases our running speed. So it's really useful. Other ones increase your running speed as well, but you typically have to unlock things to get deeds, so it's not something we look to do. Because mercenary missions take hours sometimes. Which is why running 100% of this game will probably never be feasible, because you would have to run so many mercenary missions. Get a turquoise ship for Poppy, just so she has more damage and more crit. Just to balance her out with the whole deal. It'll allow her to hold aggro better in this upcoming fight, which is going to be pretty necessary for her to hold aggro as much as possible. We're level 20. I wish we could be level 21, but we haven't gotten amazing luck in certain regards, so I'll take it. Got a save up here. So Pyra left our party. She left in the middle of the night. She's essentially trying to make it so that she's trying to fight off Maldos and Akos on her own so she doesn't burden us. Pyra's a poor girl. She's convinced that she's like hindering everyone all the time. Like just causing them trouble because she's the Aegis, which is a legendary weapon. So before we hit this cutscene trigger, I'm going to save just for the safety in case we soft lock. Again, it's super rare, but I don't want to take the chance. Alright, so we get Pyra back for this fight, and then we fight Akos. So this fight's a bit rough. It's very easy for you to just die if they don't want you to live. So, we're gonna do our best to make sure that we survive if we can. And Mia's dead. Wonderful. There goes our healer. It's nice using an ability called Checkmate. It's going to give us an effect called Shackle Driver. Our driver can't do anything. But we are timing our blade combos so that it doesn't really affect us too much. Biggest issue is Mia's not really healing too well right now. Alright, so Mallo's taunted. Can't really avoid it, so we're just gonna attack as we can. Oh no. Akos, please. No! That's not good at all. See, it can just do this to you sometimes, and you die, and a whole bunch of other stuff happens. The reason we were going for that specific combo there is because blade combos can seal certain debuffs from the enemy, like calling for reinforcements and whatnot. Using an earth finisher seals the Shackle Driver effect, which we are trying to seal ASAP. Also, Tora survived Deadly Drive, which is super good. He normally doesn't survive that. Volcano now. This is getting really close. Come on. Tora's gonna die. Most likely. He didn't die. Oh my goodness. This is so good. But Mia, I'm gonna need you to heal. So we sealed Shackle Driver there, as you can see. So checkmate failed. The only issue that right now, Tora's about to die. Mia, you need to be healing a lot better than that. Oh no. Oh, this is scary. This is scary. Oh goodness. I'm dead. Oh no, it's Tora. Tora! Full aggro! Oh my goodness. This run is... not this run, this fight is so crazy. Oh god, this is so bad. Alright, so that Shackle Blade there was a little bad. But since Akos is low, I'm just gonna go for the combo that's going to nullify our Shackle Driver, because it's going to nullify after our cutscene anyways, after this phase 2 swap. So... that break could have been a little bit later, but I'll take it. This should be enough to kill. Wow, those hits were just not hitting. Cool. Alright, so that's a phase transition. We're good. Vandam dies in this cutscene and Mithra awakens, who is the other side of Pyra. Pyra actually is just essentially a mini Mithra, and so because Vandam died, Rex is kind of going on anger fuel, and he's effectively invincible right now. We can still die in this phase, but it's very hard to do. Mia! Why you dying here? There's a Shackled Driver. Cool. Alright, so if you're wondering why I'm not using a Blade combo yet, it's because I'm currently trying to get Mithra's tier 4. I want to start off the Blade combo with this so I can get a lot of DPS through the... through the DOT that applies when you apply a Blade combo on somebody. So yeah, 1,000 damage every second I think is pretty good, so... Come on. So yeah, Pyra is, or not Pyra, Mithra is one of 3 light characters in the base game. You can only make 3, you can only get 3 light characters. They are Poppy's 3rd form, can be light element, because you can edit the element of the Poppy forms. A rare blade that is the rarest blade in the game can be light element, and Mithra, a light element. You get 1 more at least from the DLC, but these are the 3 that you get casual, or without DLC. Oh no. Not World's End. Gonna use a tier 2. And then we're gonna Team Chain. This might not be enough to kill, which is gonna be disappointing if it doesn't. So I'm just hoping it does. Because we do want the bonus, of course. You get 2 from DLC? Alright. I haven't touched the DLC of this game, so... I know Corbin's one. I don't know about the other one. Alright, yeah, we're gonna kill, but we're not gonna get much bonus. We didn't kill Akos. Sucks, but we can kill him now. Cool. Alright, and that's chapter 4. Chapter 3. Poppy Buster, got it. That was a decent fight. Not amazing, but we made it through. We didn't die, so that's good. Nor did we softlock. And now we get to the big blade pulling section. This part will determine a lot of stuff later on in the run, whether or not we save time or lose time to pulling blades later on. What we're looking for, bare minimum, is 1 Earth Blade, 1 Wind Blade, and 2 Fire Blades. Things to look out for. 3 Earth Blades total, that have Earth Mastery, rather. 1 Fire Healer, and any rares from a specific set of 6 rares that we want. The big 2 are Boreas and Perrin, because they save minutes. Otherwise, not much else you can do. 3rd is a Crossover Blade. Got it. So yeah, we're going to go back to Garfont. We're going to do mercenary stuff. It's the first time when you actually have to have a blade. Well, no. You don't have to pull a blade here. But considering we want to for the quest, because you don't want to unequip Rex's Wind Blade that he has on right now. That is one we pull blade. And we also have quite a few blades. No, core crystals, sorry. We already have a few core crystals. Alright, that's a water healer. That it might be useful if we don't get a fire healer. This is a mercenary mission. It's just basically side quests that you can send blades on that complete over time. They give you a bunch of different stuff that you can use, including items to get deeds. That's our Wind Blade, wonderful. Another Wind Blade, I don't need that. Boreas! Okay, that's a lot of time save. But we're also going to be underleveled a little bit because of it. Yeah, that's the biggest one for us. It saves 4 minutes. That's a Fire Blade. That's a fire healer, that's great. We just need earth now. No, I don't need any more fires. Tana's nice, I can ODP that to Rex for my Makos or Malice 2 strat. Finch is 100% useless. Literally, I think the worst blade and the worst rare blade in the game. I need earths, really? Am I gonna have to roll later for earths? Oh my god. What? Not a single earth blade so far. Yeah, so we have to pull for earths later. That's fire rings. Okay, that's what we want in regards to fire. We want fire rings more than anything else. Wow, not a single earth blade. We don't need them yet. However, when we do need them, we're gonna have to pull for them. Alright, so getting a fire healer is good. RNG speed game. Honestly, the RNG for this game, like, it's nearly impossible to get RNG that you can't run. And that was a situation where, like, that's a very rare situation, but I will have a chance later to make up for it when I need it. So, again, with the RNG being as it is in this game, you learn to not expect the best RNG or expect a great time. You just take a run as it goes, and you enjoy it. You don't really expect to get a world record off of blade pulls. Boreas is going to save a bunch of time. Only thing, so the reason Boreas is good is because he gives us Noble and Wisdom. We need 3 Noble and Wisdom at some point, and we barely get by with 2 on Poppy. So getting Boreas is really useful. Because that means we don't have to farm for a specific, not farm. Well, yeah, farm. We don't have to farm for a specific guaranteed blade. From fighting an enemy, so that we can get Noble and Wisdom. If we don't get Boreas, then we have to get Cassandra from a Gluttonous Marin. But since we did get Boreas, I don't even have to bother with that. However, that does take out a fight, which gives us, I think, almost a level. As well as... yeah, no, that's it. That's it, it just takes out a fight. We want Boreas, we want Perrin. Perrin is useful because she saves time farming for Ancient Wisdom on Dromark, since you have to salvage for that. We want Gorg. Gorg is nice. The next 4 are good, but not necessary. You know, none of them are necessary, but the other 2 are very good. Next 4 are Gorg, Ursula, Adenine, and Agate, and they all save time spamming pouch items on blades for trust or item, or trust or certain affinity bonuses for field skills like Fortitude or Keen Eye. So we get any of those, it's just like 30 seconds or so of time save. The other 2 though are literally minutes of time save. So here's just a bit more running around, story stuff happening here and there. Honestly, I love this speedrun. It's really good. RNG aside, like, people think the RNG is really bad, but, like, when you don't... Perrin's a good girl, Perrin's good. The RNG isn't as bad as people think, simply because, like, you just can't look at it like you're going to get the best RNG or you're going to get good RNG. Sometimes you get bad RNG, and when you're at the mercy of such a game, what can you do, you know? So here, we're going to be farming for Poppy's Noble and Wisdom 2. Gonna get that here, and then afterwards I normally talk to somebody so that I can spawn the Gluttonous Marin for Cassandra, but seeing as that we don't have Boreas, I don't need to do that. Am I talking to FF3? What? Oh, for RNG? FF3 is a really weird speedrun. It's just, like, when you look at RNG speedruns, you can't look at them the same way you would, like, a tech speedrun, you know? But that's what I like about this run, is that the variance due to RNG makes it so that you have to change so many things. And it's not like, oh, you didn't get 3 Earth Blades, your run's over. Like, there are ways to back it up. So for Noble and Wisdom, you need to talk to 20 Noble in total. However, you can just go back and forth between 2, and that'll get it for you. We don't need to get greedy monsters, which is the thing we need to spawn Gluttonous Marin later. This is to progress another side main quest. to further delay the plot, because why not? Everybody hates this section. We just want to get to Morardain. We don't want to bother with fighting some bandits. Recognize this place? Grabbing that for safety. We shouldn't need it, but I want to be safe. I want to not take any chances here. Nugby. What a name. I love that guy's name. So yeah, we're just chasing around some kids that stole our core crystal. The rock core crystal. The Blade of Vandam. They stole it because they want to defeat some bandits who are planning to burn down Gormott. Or not Gormott, Torgoth. So we chase them down, kill the birds that they set up to stop us, and defeat the bandits for them. Just kill their pets, and then do their chores. That's brutal. Yeah, I didn't get another rare, which means when I pull for Earths later, we might get another pity rare. We didn't get an Earth Healer, though. Earth Healer allows some variance in strats, but... yeah. So here I'm going to be specifically trying to use Rolling Smash. Because it's an AoE attack. Oh. Good fight. Gonna Awaken Rock on Rex. Whip him, because we need him for a field skill. And then, yeah. Also, something I kind of brushed over was the role system. There are roles and classes in this game. The roles and classes are determined by the blades you have equipped. So if you have 3 tank blades equipped, you are a master defender, I think. You know, 3 attackers is master fighter, and then there's master healer, and there's a whole bunch of different combinations you can do. They all give you roll bonuses based on, like, if you're a master fighter, which means 3 attack blades, you get a bunch of increased damage. Master defender gives you increased aggro from arts and specials, along with reduced damage, and healer has its own stuff. I know what it is, I just don't want to explain it right now. So we're gonna be equipping certain blades solely for that purpose. I want to get a steam explosion here for the AoE damage. AoE with break. That's nice. And I guess it didn't hit the others? Cool. Kill. That's a decent fight. Could have been better, but not awful. And now we're going to more Ardennes. Finally. This is when the run really starts to pick up. This is when it gets fun. This is when we get Wulfric. Wulfric is a blade we got from that giant spider fight from before. He really breaks the boundaries in regards to how much damage you can deal to a boss at any point in the game. If certain conditions are met later on, there's a boss we fight in Chapter 4 that we deal like, I think 400,000 damage to. Simply just out of pure spite. No, but it's more out of the fact that we really know how to break the boundaries in regards to dealing a certain amount of damage. Game has a lot of hidden damage mechanics that it doesn't explain too well. Similar to FF13, which is another game I ran. So understanding all of them really allows you to take advantage of the run at a complex level. Oh god, pollution. So it's unconfirmed, but pollution and sandstorms can cause lag here. So if it does, I'm just going to point my camera at the ground. I don't want to have lag going on. Also, we're about halfway through the run now, so... I'm pretty sure we're like halfway through the run. Nah, we're not yet halfway through the run. We still got a bit of a ways to go. We'll be about halfway at the end of this chapter. This chapter still has quite a bit of time on it. Quite a few fights. Out of bounds. All that good stuff. See, it was causing lag there. Dance, Poppy, dance! Do your cute dance. Do it. Show the crowd your cute dance. Oh no, you're slapping some flies. Never mind. Don't do your cute dance. I see how it is. She does a really cute dance if she idles sometimes. Looking at the ground because spawning all these people does cause lag. At least on physical copy it does. So yeah, we're gonna sell our core crystal. A rare core crystal. Sell some of the stuff. All her animations are cute. She's an adorable character. Sell all this stuff. And we should be good. I'm gonna buy 2 clockwork rings, one for Dromark, one for the other fire healer that we got, and then we're gonna buy one for Poppy as well. And then we're good on money. Yes, we are actually great on money right now. So I'm happy. We're gonna buy Love in the Clouds here. It's a book, and it is, or Love Beyond the Clouds. It's a very good book, very strong ad. Considering this is a marathon medium, yes, I will finish tonight. The estimate is about 5.5 hours. Which, from now, should be 2.5 hours from now. Oh, the weather changed. That's cool. So here, it's a whole stealth and battle scene, or battle section, but we can just run past everything. Chasing after an artificial blade, which... up to this point, we had only assumed that Poppy was the only one. Turns out that she wasn't. This one has a backstory as well. Actually, Tora's dad's. But it's being used for bad things because he was captured for stealth, yeah. We stealth here. You want to see me stealth? It's good stealth. Dun 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 dun. Colonel. Not gonna finish that one. Alright, so we're going to do this again. This is going to be the second time, and I think final time we do something like this. We're going to go back to Gormott, because they didn't expect us to go all the way back to Gormott at this point, when we have all of the things necessary to actually get a really strong chip from a chest. We're going to go rest at an inn, grab that chest, and go back. And this is going to go on Wulfric, and Wulfric is now going to replace Mithra. Slash Pyra, he is going to be our new damage dealer for the majority of the run until like the final hour and a half or hour or so. So he's pretty broken because of some of his effects and abilities. So we're just gonna start hitting bosses from half health. Killing them from half health. Like that fight, that Marin fight that I mentioned. Yeah. Good job. Good job, Neku. Alright, this is going to be some menuing, so I'm going to focus on that. I don't know which one I prefer, honestly. Messed that up. Rex, we want to feed you some juicy samad for building trust on Wulfric. I like both of the characters for different reasons, and I prefer not to choose as preference. Sparkle Sugar. Lance Attachment, Iron Headband. Nia, Fire Blade. We want the Fire Rings that we got earlier, wherever they are. Where are they? There they are. Wow. They're really low ranking. Oh well. I'm gonna check her chart, because she is still useful even though we're gonna be mostly playing Wolfric. Wolfric's chart. And Poppy's chart. And I give him the Lance of Harm, which is extremely strong for this point in the game. Hunter's Chemistry, Affinity Max Attack, that allows him to deal more damage at max affinity and get to max affinity faster. So, he already deals more damage at max affinity too, based on his abilities, keep in mind. This is really where we just pump on all the damage. Please give me good weather. Good weather, please. Good weather! We're good. We're gonna fight Leela. Because we got a good fire healer, we can just do the normal strat rather than having to topple instead of the normal strat. Strat here is we're just gonna do a tier 1 stone from Tora. Then we're gonna use a tier 2 volcano from Nia after she breaks, and then we're gonna stack another. We're gonna stack a tier 4 mega eruption on Leela for a double stack break for a ton more damage. You're wondering why I'm not using abilities, because I'm trying to avoid being hit by that attack right there, because it lowers your blade affinity. So I decided to go for a backup and screwed it up because she broke right when I was deciding to go for that backup. The backup is the other strat that I had mentioned, but this ain't good. Oh no. Okay, this is good. This is good. This is what we wanted. This is what we wanted the first time. Two things on the same break increases the damage of the second one drastically. So, bye-bye. I do not have a preference on the two. Yeah, exactly, Mike. I don't know what to call you. The backup failed, so I just went for the original strat, but slower. No big deal. It'll force you to, at this point in the game, Kapanich, once you get here. It forces you to play as Hikari or Mithra, whichever one you call her. Mick. Got it. That was some fat damage. Yeah, welcome to this game. Welcome to this speedrun. We, we do that a lot. I'm going to take out one of the Ardanian soldiers here first. I'm gonna take out two of them actually first to create a bit of fight safety. Nia, can you get a break? You can! Good job, Nia. Look at her health. Look at it once we get back into the team chain. Look at that. Look at all that damage. She's the worst party member to use. Debatable until you're going for endgame content. It's very useful as a healer. I really like using her as a blade, because heads up, she's a blade. I don't care about spoilers. She's a flesh eater, which is something you'll learn about later. We'll learn about later, I guess. Cool, that's more ag. Fun fight. Spoilers are expected. I don't even care about them. People are like, wow, it's a speedrun. Spoilers. Or no, people are like, wow, spoilers. I haven't gotten this far. I'm like, it's a speedrun. What do you expect? I commentated a near run at RPG Limit Break. How long ago was that? That was, yeah, last year. And I gave a big spoiler that technically wasn't a part of the run because it was only a partial game run. But like it was still a part of the game that we were speedrunning, and so my stance on it was expect spoilers, and people got like mad that I said the spoiler. I'm not gonna say it because it's not relevant here, but yeah, it's about 40% at this point. You want Xenoblade Chronicles X on Switch? I think if I played it again, I'd like it a lot more than I did way back when. Oh, rip, that's a death. Not intentional. Would have been slower now if I took the, instead of taking the elevator, but oh well. Exactly. It's like, even if we're skipping the cutscene, it's part of the game. Expect spoilers, IMO. Exactly! Oh my god, I'm glad you all agree. Oh, it's a great game. Honestly, I feel like people bag on this game too much, because there is stuff to hate about it. Like, if you don't like the anime tropey style of it, like, that's understandable. But I think it's an extremely well-developed game. As is ZC1, or XC1, I always call them Z. XC1 is also very good, but I've never played it. You jumped off everywhere and died a lot. Yeah, you learn. Don't know what else to say. Yeah, I haven't played Torna either, so... But I also would not spoil that, as it is it is side content. I do not consider it the same game. People do speedruns of that on its own, so. I wasn't looking, I was reading chat. I mean, you're fine, Jabroni. I get it. I haven't played Torna though, so you don't need to worry about me spoiling it. Alright, so here, normally what we would do is we would jump down and fight the Marin at the salvaging point. But since we did get Boreas earlier, which was a very low chance, we don't need to do that, and we save time simply on that alone. So, check chart for Wolfric and Poppy Alpha. Poppy, Magnet Chip. Tora, we want the Colorful Feather. And Super Spongy Bod. So we put the Boreas on Nia. I think I've only gotten Boreas in 2 real runs, this being one of them. The only other time I've gotten Boreas besides in runs, besides casually, was in my practice. My original practice, I got a Boreas and Perrin. Yeah, no, and that's, like, that's the thing. You have to look at this run as though RNG can only save time besides in fights. Because if you think you're losing time from RNG, you're gonna lose your mind at, when it comes to blade pulling. That's why you have to look at it as though you're just saving time. So yeah, it's that easy. There you go. Yes, this is the point in the speedruns where you would get Cassandra if you don't get Boreas. God, we just saved so much time. Like, I'm actually shocked at how much time we saved there. Honestly, so many anime have, like, I'm a big anime watcher. I used to watch it a lot, and then I stopped for a long time. Got back into it recently, and so many good series just ended. I'm really sad. Wait. Not used to not having that spot. Alright, so we're gonna go down here. Surprise, you can do that. You can just skip all the interior stuff, which is really annoying. So this area is one of the main reasons why we put the colorful feather on Tora, because level 80 enemies are scary. We don't want to die. Wii U, I think, also gets too much hate, but I do understand people's complaints with it. Alright, so I'm gonna send some blades on a mercenary mission, Lunch of Love. I think Wii U was a great console, but yeah. There's so much potential. Yeah, exactly, Mick. That's why. Because normally we have to go down here to get Marin so we can get Cassandra. but since we didn't go down here. Alright, time for Zeke. Again, we fight Zeke 3 times before he joins our party. Then we fight him another time later. I have Shining Justice. Bye bye, Zeke. Watch his health. Just watch it. That's why I love this run. It's just so good. I don't know, Mick. I haven't touched the DLC. A lot of people like Zeke at first. I didn't, but I really like Zeke's character now. Oh, Zeke's VA is amazing. Like, it's so good. Yeah, that's normal. Cop. That's why I love this run, because of how quickly you destroy bosses. That's how broken Wolfric is. Alright, so we're coming up on the factory, which has the second out of bounds, which is going to occur after the second Leela fight. Second Leela fight's coming up here. Yeah. Honestly, I didn't like Zeke for a long time, but when they like revealed that Nia was a blade, I really wanted to use Nia as a blade. But her outfit as a blade can't be used in driver form, so I had to use her as a blade if I wanted the outfit, which led me to just like not want to use her as a driver. So then it led me to putting Zeke on my team until I realized how broken Poppy Cutie Pie is, which is Poppy's third form. I mean, there are shows like that, like Avatar, or like take like Xiaolin Showdown. I wouldn't say it's ignorant to not know. Well, it is ignorant to not know, but I wouldn't say it's ignorant to... I don't know. Ignorant's such a strong word. Oh, yeah, no, Neku, I was prepping stuff today, and I was going through Nia's affinity chart, and I got that quest. And I did it. Poppy Cutie Pie is so broken. Alright, you guys ready to hear a wonderful, wonderful noise? It's gonna be all of them dying at once. Because they all moved in the proper range where I wanted them to be. Oh, all but one of them. Yeah, that was the noise. Yeah, Cutie Pie is the strongest blade because of her, like, ability to just be able to be changed. Or what's it called? I don't know what it's called. Versatility. There we go. You don't have to use Poppy if you don't want to, you know? Run what you want. Play what you want. It's a game. You're supposed to have fun, you know? Rex Neomorag is still a very strong combo. I don't blame you. Mia, break! Bad RNG, but we'll have to live with it. We might not even kill here, which, yeah. God. We're not gonna kill here. We didn't get a good... We got like one break at the beginning. This is gonna be a rough fight. I think I'm gonna have to chain both Jin and YeGA Rosa. Oh my god, I screwed that up. Really? We just died. Okay. This is gonna be fun. Alright, so I'm gonna have to ad-lib. I'm gonna have to improvise here. Let's hope it goes well. The reasoning behind this is I don't have Team Chain or Team Gauge, which means I'm probably gonna have to spam Mithra Tier 2s, which isn't even something we really should be doing at this point in the game. Later on, it's more viable, but right now, not so much. Yeah. So this is a rough fight, but I'll survive. It's just gonna be a bit weird. Considering I've already dealt so much damage, I'm not gonna go for the double stack break. Yeah, can I get a break, please? Oh my god. It was blocked. I'm pretty sure we're fine since she enraged. Yeah, this was a really rough fight. We might have just lost all the time we saved from Marin, but oh well. Still want to get the chain in. I want the experience, especially since we couldn't fight Marin. Want to get the bonus experience. Well, pretty rough, but not gonna complain. Well, that's Leela too. Took a little long, but I'll take it. Especially since we did get the team chain at the end, so we made it. We did it, Reddit. Arch chain, we can get it. Wonderful. That's great. Sometimes you can't get Arch chain. While it's not necessary, it's very nice to have. It's the ability that allows you to cancel abilities into other abilities. Alright, so here's the out of bounds. Let me see if I can get it here. Oh. Part 2 of the out of bounds. Actually going where we need to go. Rip. Or you just fall. This out of bounds can be a little tricky because the positioning of walls and whatnot. But if you get it right, you can skip the whole factory. This out of bounds, I mean, they wouldn't expect you to run. The way this out of bounds works is that if you are running at a very slight angle off forward, you go out of bounds. There's a 3 of the out of bounds in this game are like this. Well, one of them we don't know what it's like, but speculations that it's like this. Come on. Oh my goodness. Exactly what Mick said. Nobody really runs at walls. This can be a little rough sometimes, so I'm hoping we're fine here. Hoping we get it next couple tries. If not, oh well. It's not like this alone is going to put us over estimate. Like, this run's been great up until that Leela fight, so I don't really have much to worry about. Come on. Come on. There we go. There we go. Cool. So this skips the whole factory sequence where you have to go into the watchtower and everything, and we can just fight YeGA. We can fight Rosa here. without having to do all that. Saves a ton of time. Nope, this is not the same streamer. Although I know the streamer, for we had multiple people who submitted. We had Gren and NL, yeah. I forgot I'm supposed to tier 1 here. Alright, McVick. Like, you're doing your job. Rip, that's a launch. Mia, can I get a heal? Thank you. Exactly, like that's another thing, is like, if you expect people to run through walls, like you better understand how many walls there are and what you're asking of them. So right now we don't have Tora, he stayed behind to deal with Leela. But now we get him back, and he has a second form of Poppy, Poppy Cutie. There's Poppy Alpha and Poppy Cutie, and then Poppy Cutie Pie is a side quest one later. You don't get it in the run, because it is not required, and Tora is used minimally once we get Morag, which is after this fight. Tora. Oh, come on! You lost the break. You kidding me? Back up! We saved it. That was scary. That was really scary. For school systems, there's I forgot primary school, but middle school is Chugaku, and Chugakuse is like middle school student, and Kokose is high school student. Yeah, like elementary school is always hard to remember. Alright, I'm gonna save here because this is the other fight that I had mentioned that we can soft lock on. I just want to be safe and not crash. Or not soft lock. This fight can be a little rough, but we should be fine. It sucks that both Rosa and yeah, it sucks that both Rosa and Leela too were bad, but it happens. Come on, switch back to Poppy Alpha, come on. Oh, I wanted to get a tier 2. This is fine. Oh, they were like abbreviations. Got it. Hana, yeah. Hana's nice. It's a good name. It's a very pretty name. Sometimes I just call Brigid Kagutsuchi because people bang on me for calling her Brigid instead of Brigid. That's another very good name. That's fine. Ah! That's not good! I think I accidentally skipped Stellar Explosion. So normally I save tier 4 for if I ever get a break, or if Stellar Explosion occurs, to skip it. But I think I broke him and skipped Stellar Explosion. Whoops. Nope, I didn't. Morag can save me. Save me, Morag! Thank you. We're safe. Rip! Rip, 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 rip. Not a huge deal. This fight can give me some trouble sometimes. Not a huge fan of it, but not a big deal. We can live. Very normal to just die to fights like this. Can you stop blocking everything? Thanks. Blocking all my attacks. What are you, a tank? Kappa. Come on. Come on. Come on. What? Her blade pushed me out of range. I almost lost that. I agree, Mia sounds awful when done. That was so bad. Oh my god. It didn't kill him. The break didn't kill him, apparently. I'm sorry this is happening. It normally isn't this bad. I don't know how ahead or behind I am, and I don't want to know, honestly. Like, 'cause part of me is curious, but like... Wow. All the English voices are bad. I hope this is something we can agree on. All the English voices with exception to Zeke and Malice. I'm really feeling it. It's Earth Breath, that's what it is. Cool, thank you. This is gonna kill. Cool. We finally got it. Finally got it. This fight isn't normally that bad. Oh, maybe we didn't. I don't know anymore. Why does this game hate me? Oh, am I dead? I'm... What is happening? That's never happened. Like, obligatory, that never happened. Wow, that was rough. Can somebody tell me what the time is right now? Because I'm not timing this. I'm just running through it. Even though I know I'm on a timer. 247? Okay. That's... Yeah. No, I want to be sub 240 in that chapter, but... That's not a huge deal, because I can make up a lot of time later in general. So... Especially if Ashima is bad, or Ashima should be good. Ashima I typically have trouble with, so... Dying there a couple times lost me a few minutes. Dying to Leela lost me a few minutes. The slow Rosa lost me probably a minute. I also saved time from getting Boreas. That thing, them getting back there, should happen when we get to Indal, which is after this very long running section. So will we go over estimate? Probably not still. We're likely not going over estimate. Like, it's gonna be pretty hard to go over estimate here. We have to have a really bad run. And chances are it's gonna be decent enough so that it won't. It's like I PB'd the other day and it was a 525. So I have 20 minutes of leeway. Especially since the last run was also really underestimate, like I have so much time. I appreciate it. It's quite a run, honestly. It's enjoyable. It's the thing I love about it is just like every day is different. Every run is different. You never know like what's gonna happen. Like, am I gonna get certain blades? Am I gonna get destroyed by RNG? It's exciting because you can't just look at a run and say, okay, this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen if I do it right. It's like, to me, for me, my personal interest, I feel like that's very boring. Because where's the diversity in that, you know? Other people can do it if they want. If you want to run a speedrun with no RNG and it's full tech, like, I support that. You do you. That is 100% okay, but it's just not for me at all. Hey Piku, for some reason Discord's being weird and it de-seeded me. Is there any way I could get moved back into live once it actually decides it wants to reconnect? I don't know why it's doing that. My stream seems to be fine, so... I don't know if it's on my end or what's going on. Thank you. I agree, Neku. I don't like Damp AOT RNG, because, like, that's just banking the whole thing on one thing halfway through the run. I don't like it. I very much prefer RNG that is expected to be mediocre. But like even then, unless you're going for world record, Dampe's expected to be pretty mediocre, you know? So it all depends on your outlook and what you're going for. I think I'm good on levels right now. Not too sure. I think, yeah, I don't need to... I'm not going to team change in. That's going to save some time. The run. Well, I mean, it's not really save some time against my PB, but yeah. Well, yeah, you're probably watching ZFG. If not, I feel bad for those people. ZFG streams regularly, but you seem to be in a different time zone then. If you can't watch a stream, that makes sense why you're here. I watch his streams all the time. Very nice to play FF14 and watch ZFG on the side. Do my daily roulettes. Alright, we're almost to Fonset, which is Rex's hometown. Yeah, I usually mute chat. I don't pay attention to chats most often. Oh, I'm sorry, Neku. Greetings from Germany. Sometimes destroying themselves, yeah. That happens a lot. Also, this run hasn't been so lucky in the last hour or so, but I'm I'm wearing my lucky penguin pajamas, so let's hope that things get better. And by lucky penguin pajamas, I mean basically my stream uniform. Going over here, we're gonna watch the heart-to-heart here that allows us to unlock Wulfric's Tier 3. It is the only heart-to-heart we watch in the game. Wulfric has quite a reputation in the game for being super scary, but wants to be so good and nice. People often get scared by him when he just wants to help. Yeah, exactly, Neku. Also, shameless plug, my chat's like that. Mostly. But I don't stream this late normally. Around the time this stream started, or this run started, is around the time it's around the later end of when I go to, when I stop streaming. I used to stream this late, but times change. And we're done with the village. We are going to move on to Indal. Indal is the giant Catholic church area with the evil Pope anime trope. And the Pope's evil. He openly talks about how disgusting he thinks humanity is. Like, it literally comes up in a cutscene. The reason why he keeps refugees is to remind himself of how disgusting humanity is. Amalthus is pretty messed up. Really? That's so bad. Triple stack break. Oh, he's dead. Oh, we didn't even get the joint combo. I'm gonna change in just to be safe here. Go with the safety strat. A triple stack is even much more damage than a double stack. Like a double stack, you guys thought a double stack was a lot, but triple stack is insane. It's so overkill. Hey Gren, what's going on? Our run's been pretty garbage, besides the beginning. Our only rare so far has been Boreas. But aside from that, Mikhail Petroka gave me some issues. I died to Leela too, and I almost failed Rosa. I'm gonna change in just to be safe because I didn't get the joint combo there. What's up with you? Why are you up this late? You like triple stacked Oreos? I'm a huge fan of Oreos. Is the rain keeping you up, traumatizing you? Oh my god, the forecast. Next 6 days, including today. This forecast is crazy. Have a nice night. Thanks for the good luck. Thanks for being here. Thanks for popping in. Have a nice night. Sleep well. Don't let the rain haunt your dreams. What a fun section. Nice and sleepy. Pretty music. Alright, so some crazy stuff's about to happen. We're gonna go have to stop it, but then it's gonna like make two nations think they're at war, and we gotta mediate all that. And yeah. That's how you like the end of this run really sneaks up on you. You do the whole thing, you're like, oh, we're at the end. Okay. We're gonna go down to Gettius Port. We're gonna go resolve the issue that has everybody up in a stir. It's a really rough fight coming up. It is called, it is Ashma's Core. Gives me a lot of trouble, but I can survive. I can do it well, so let's hope I do. Actually 3 fights in one. There's the power lines, and then Jin, who I am going to chain. I normally don't chain it if I'm safe, but I'm going to just for run safety. And then Ashma's Core. It was translated well, but what you want to care more about is the localization. The localization was extremely well done while keeping the true heart of the original script intact. It's a great game. Butterfly Blade, Morag Art. Rapid Attack 1. Mia, Tooth and Claw. Morag, Arts Relay, and Initiative. We want the Beta Scope and Fluffy Hats. Morag, Powerful Feather. Sky Jewel's Heart. Oh, wait. I'm gonna take off Mia's. We don't need the fire. Well, actually, no. Let's keep it on. Because I'm gonna need it for Giga Rosa. Yeah, I got a Switch specifically for this game. I got other games as well, but this is the main reason I wanted to get a Switch, and I don't regret it at all. It's not 1-to-1, but it's serviceable. I mean, yeah, it's not 1-to-1 because it's a localization. If it was 1-to-1, it'd be a very bad localization. Because direct translation includes all of the, like, Japan exclusive, or Japanese exclusive, like, wordplay and whatnot that it may have. So, like, the localization is extremely good, whereas a direct translation would not be as good. But it's very well done, so. Yep, exactly. And that's why we appreciate localizations, because they give us something more appropriate for the crowd it's going to. Power Lines was an easy fight. Exactly. Yay and height, or yay and I don't know how to say your right name. That was... she broke the skyward slash. Oh no, that's not good. And now she's getting all her breaks. Oh no, not what I meant to do. Come on. Cool. That's great. Welcome back. I'm chaining here for safety. It's usually better to not chain here, but I'd rather get the bonus experience just for run safety. Really? That's insane. Oh my goodness. Doing the math in this game is insane. You really just apply everything, learn how broken it can get. Ulfric over here. Thank you. It would have killed him more than 2 times. That's wonderful. Oh yeah. When you really break the game, you get into it. Hey, can I get a tier 4? Can I get a max affinity? Ulfric, can I get a max affinity? Thank you. I'm gonna wait for the break to go away. I don't want to do this on a break. Shit. That's not good. That is not good at all. I'm gonna have to improvise here. This is H mode. This is what happens. Sometimes the game is just mean. Alright, well. Can I get a break? Looks like I can't. Oh, and the enrage. That's good. I got a good backup. Yeah, we've won this. Yeah, that was a clutch enrage. Wolfric deals too much damage. Help. Somebody nerf him. Yeah. The extra elemental weakness in general is always so good. Alright, well, good Aishma, I guess. That was a rough fight, but... What is multipliers? What are multipliers? Like... Math. Oh my god, math. That's great. The person who uses Demon Bot is a Final Fantasy Tactics runner, and so if somebody types math, it'll be referencing something from FFT. Yeah, I think Fior is the only way that Wolfric actually could have been nerfed. I'm still gonna chain Giga Rosa. Okay, so big question. Since we have more people who are like here and like present and paying attention, Amalthus, A Fight at the End, has two strats. There's the normal strat where you can listen to his amazing music and finish him off with a tier or with a team chain, or there's the not so good strat where you called Golf, where you use a blowdown effect to hit him into the hole. It saves like 2 to 3 minutes, but I want the cool fight. Golf? I don't want to golf. Golfing is boring. It's cool, but it's boring. The music is so good. No! The music is so good though. Fine, I'll golf. I'll golf. I asked you guys what you want to see. If you guys want to see golf, I'll golf. I'm at the mercy of what you guys want. Music is amazing. You will hear enough of the music to satisfy me if we do golf, though. Malthus doesn't deserve it. I bet you all deserve it because you're all amazing. Oh my god. How wonderful. Thank you, Aishma. That was a last moment tier 4 too. Nerf Wolfric, yeah. Wolfric's broken. Buff Mithra. Can't think of too many other Switch games with the ambient occlusion. What is ambient occlusion? I don't know those things. I don't pay attention to that stuff. I usually just turn it on low because my computer's bad. What are you saying? You use cross-set? Yeah. No. Don't nerf Wolfric if you're gonna touch cross-set at all. Cross-set is much more nerf-worthy. Corner shadows? Oh. Wait. Okay, yes. This is... Let's pull for any Earth Blades, because I don't have a single one. I need Earth Blades. I need Earth Blades. Excuse me? Ren, I've never done SS-less. Hold on, Rex. Yeah? Oh! 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 Okay. We can live with one. Yeah, I know the Wolfric backup. One is the minimum. Is the bare minimum. That was almost very bad. Okay. Yeah, so for Wolfric level 3, it's the Brogs and then it's talking to people, right? That's it. Skip travel. Yeah? Okay, cool. Why Gormat? What am I doing? I haven't done this in so long. 10 Gormati? Okay, I'll go to Gormat then. Why did I go here? Should have gone to the Tardy Gate. So we're doing a backup here. It's this is legitimately a backup. This isn't something where it's like, oh, we were expecting to not get good RNG. We need at least one Earthblade, which we did get. If I'm going to do the Shining Star Chip strats, which I've never done anything but. This is the backup if you don't get 3. You have to fight some Brogs, and then if you only get 1, you have to talk to people. And this is to develop Wolfric's level 3 Earth Mastery. Of course, it takes a lot of time, but it is what it is. Oh yeah, I got Boreas and Finch were my 2 blades so far. So if you don't pull any others, and you only have Wolfric, then your only option is to go either farm for core crystals, which I don't think is really an option, or to go for Shining Star chipless strats. So the reason we're doing this is to get enough Earth Mastery to get the Shining Star chips. And there are strats to do it without them. However, I've never done them. I actually didn't know Finch was a girl until I started running this game. They were like, they mentioned, they referred to her as she. I was like, what? Like, yeah, Finch is a girl. I was just so, like, confused. Yeah, it's the Shining Star chips. So what we do is we go to Temperantia after we finished Ashma, and we go to the place with the level 90s, and we get the chest with Shining Star chips. If you're anybody other than Tora, you'll draw aggro, so we have to play as Tora because he's too short to draw aggro from the boss, from the unique in that area, at least on the platform. Have a nice night, Gren. Thanks for being here. It was an adventure. I just think it's great that Finch has a line for that since she has leaping as one of her skills. Have a nice night, Aiko. Thanks for being here. Aiko. I don't know how to spell your name. Or how to say your name. I'm tired. This is much later than I need to be doing runs. Sometimes she just jumps poor. That's great. I'll stop bullying her. I'm sorry. Hi there, it's fine. Yeah, she is one of the worst blades. As is, what's his face? The, his name starts with a G. Being a hammer's rough. Yeah, hammers are pretty bad. Godfrey, that's his name. Somebody in my chat hates Godfrey too, and I don't know why everybody bags on Godfrey. Like, I don't like him, but like, I don't think he's that bad. Cool. Alright, we did it. We did it, Reddit. Time to actually continue the run now. Hey Bowie, what's going on? Been a hot minute. I gotta equip the Earth on Rex. Bravest of the Brave is a sucky name for a squad. Yeah. Thanks for the good luck. It's been a while. How have you been? Last we talked was Limit Break, I think. And very briefly. Well, you mean cross-set? It's cross-set, not corset. Alright, I am going to save here because you can soft lock here. I'm actually going to save and reset because the way that, I guess the time we spent to get here meant that that Jaguar, I don't even know. It was gonna find us, so resetting here actually saves some time later because we have to reset anyways for possible memory leak issues. Saving here is also important because we can soft lock if we aren't safe. Aren't careful. How am I? I'm okay. Life's been rough. Unlucky in the job search and things, but I'm still alive, I guess. Be fun to run this game alongside you. I'm really glad I finally got the opportunity to pick it up. Wish I could have seen your run at Limit Break last year, though. Just didn't want spoilers. So this is what we needed the Earth Mastery for. Sadly, we only got one, and it was one of the last blades we got. And the reason we aren't pulling aggro right now is because we are too short for that guy to see us. Alright. I did pull aggro trying to get the money, so I'm just gonna die here. You didn't know it was here? Yeah. A lot of people don't know about the Temperantia, like, lower area, but it has 2 super bosses, I'm pretty sure. This run's been so bad. It was so good, and then it just went to hell. Yeah. No, I'm not going to Limit Break this year. A lot of reasons, money being one of them, but also personal reasons with people that I don't want to be around, so. Neku. I wish I could go to Limit Break. Seeing you and Larry play Chocobo Mystery Dungeon really made me want to go again, but alas, I am poor. Actually broke right now. Because I bought some groceries, so I'm hoping something comes up. Not actually broke, like, I have money in my wallet that I could put into the ATM. That's also complicated, super complicated. I hate money so much. Why didn't I just TP? Oh, I'm tired. I am way too tired for this. Money's a joy. Like, I've been really trying to make streaming my job because nobody's hiring me, so. I don't mean to bring all my life problems to the stream though, so. We can talk about this later though. Graveyard shift runs are the best. Honestly, like, I, for really, really longathon 2, I ran Monster Hunter World, and I had to start my run at like 6:30 in the morning. Oh no! Somehow we lived through it, Neku. I'm sorry that you've been through it. Also, Bowie, in regards to the run, my PB from a couple days ago is now officially better than yours. So, get on it. Haven't touched this game in a while. 8 months to be precise. Maybe longer, or maybe shorter. You know it. Let's talk there. Change to Mithra. Check charts for Wolf. Soon TM. Oh, I feel it. Like, I kinda touched back on FF13 recently. I just can't get back into that game. It had a good run, and I am done with it for now. I've been loving this run, honestly. It's been such a joy. Yeah. Torna is pretty cool. Gren and Anel both submitted Torna to Limit Break. Or no, GDQ. It was. Hey. Hey. Tora, switch to Alpha. Tora, you need to switch to Alpha. Thank you. I haven't touched Torna. Honestly, Torna seems so cool, but right now I just can't afford to buy DLC. I wish that wasn't the case, but it is. People have constantly been telling me to play Torna. Yeah. And honestly, I'm glad I'm not buying it because I'm trying to appreciate the game for what it is without the DLC for now. A little over-leveled right now because I chained Jin, but I'm also going to chain Giga Rosa. My reason for chaining Jin was solely for run safety purposes, so... Ooh, double stack topple. Well, Rose is dying. That was a death. Yeah, I think I really don't like it when people kind of start saying what things should have been like. I think it's, if anything, just like super disrespectful. Personally, that's my own opinion on it. Because it's how I view games. I view games as like kind of sort of a gift from the devs to the players. So it's kind of like trashing the gift. Obviously, it doesn't apply to all games. Certain games are obviously just meant to be cash grabs, like every single Call of Duty. That's not to say you can't like Call of Duty. It's just the nature of the game at this point. Alright, so we're done with Rosa. EP. No point in running. And now we get to aggro a bunch of enemies. Yeah, exactly, Net. Like, I feel like people can be critical of something, but I don't think they should ever start to tell the devs how it should have been. The only exception is if somebody has dev experience. And that also applies to when people say something is an intended mechanic. Like, you can't say something's intended unless you can really, like, see into the mind of the devs. Which, if you have dev experience, is more reasonable. Exactly, yeah. Like, as somebody who went to school for game design, at least temporarily, among, you know, other things, it's something that really bugs me, is people are like, you don't know if it's intended. Like, I have a pretty good idea of what may or may not be intended. Kind of went to school for all this stuff. Oh, I mean, if you do dev stuff as a hobby, that's still just as good. Like, I'm not a dev. I went to school for 2 years and dropped out. I didn't like it. But, like, I did learn a lot. If you're a dev as a hobby, that's just as valid, you know? Like... Just bugs me when people who know nothing about game dev say stuff like that. Agreed. Honestly, I hadn't checked out the blade log until recently, and I realized how many blades I'm missing. I didn't know Vest was a blade. Exactly, like, I mean, you can consider that there's like a million possibilities and just put it down, and that's completely fine. You can just say, oh well, we won't know. I personally like to look into the mind of the devs and try to see what they were going for. It's a personal preference. Like, if they place a wall, it's obviously not intended for you to go through the wall. Unless there's something in the game that directly says you can go through walls. You know? That sort of thing. Like, a little bit of common sense, a little bit of... thought. Again, it comes down to both common sense and just a lot of thought. I think Piku's decision in that regard is probably the safest decision. To just kind of put it down and not really engage the discussion. Because it's a lot of bickering for no benefit. So we're gonna buy some items here, all of which will increase damage. I'm gonna buy the whip attachment and the ring attachment. Those will increase the whips of Brigid and the rings for Nia, respectively, if we equip them. And then we're gonna get the adamant sword for Mithra. It may seem like we're getting that for damage, but we're actually getting it for crit. Because after after next chapter, we're not really going to be using Mithra. We're instead going to be using an upgraded form that we get called Numa. And when we get that, she has her own chips and everything, but we just want the crit on Mithra so that we recharge our chain gauge pretty quickly. Yeah, exactly, Pika. Like, sometimes you have to engage in the discussion, but avoiding it when possible. Smart move. I didn't do my menu. I meant to do my menu and I just didn't. Not a huge deal, we can still do it. Tora is the colorful feather only. Oh, wow. Got other colorful feathers. Abyss Vest and Whip Attachment. Yes. We want the sweet lentil buns. 3. Rex, nurse a pair of jellies. Cool. Yeah, Neku. If you can talk with like sensible people who can understand that like opinions are opinions, those can be really fun discussions. It's like talking about people who can recognize that a game has flaws and still like it. Being able to critically talk about such things and criticize while also still appreciating it for what it is really fun. It's just nice to do. Just because something has problems doesn't mean it's bad, and so many people fall into that trap. Decent fight.
Do you have a moment?
Yeah, what's up?
Alright, so within the next half an hour or so, we're unfortunately gonna have to do a restreamer cut mid-run. Because unfortunately, like within like the next half an hour or so, I will have to go. So I was wondering if there was like a good time within like the next half an hour or so.
Right now?
Right now?
Mm-hmm.
There's some cutscenes going on?
We're just running.
Alright, okay, I'll let Piggy know.
Cool.
And then, just to let everyone in chat know, yeah, there will be a... are you local recording? Just making sure.
No, I'm not, but I can. Why?
Yeah, I would suggest you start that, so in case, in case that becomes an issue, you have the footage of that of the time that's gonna be, because there will be a few seconds missing. So
For sure, for sure. Yeah, it's local recording now.
okay, good. I'll let Piggy know, and we will be cutting soon.
Cool.
So
Thank you.
So Piggy will be taking over the hosting from now. So
all right.
Right.
見つけたぞ。
一つ思い出が増えたわね。
Running for a million years. Rip zombie walk. Honestly, this run has some cool movement tech. Oh, I forgot to re-equip Tora. Or yeah, whatever. I forgot to put Tora in my team. The longest walk. We used to be able to, so for those who didn't know the run, there used to be a glitch in the game that allowed you to essentially survive any fall. What you would do is you would, right before hitting the ground in a fall that would kill you, you would turn off your controller and turn it back on. And what that would do is it would cause your character to die and then a couple seconds later respawn. And so what they would do is they would go to a point right above where we need to go, and they would just do that there. and progress. Yeah, no, Neku, that's great. I mean, it's true. He's actually good at math because he was pretty close. I think we timed it in my stream and it was like 3 hours, 10 minutes. You said like 3.5 hours. Yeah, I'm glad you could too. It's good. It's a cool glitch. But yeah, Neku, when they said we only have 3.5 hours left, I was like, why doesn't it feel stressful? Why don't I feel pressed? Yeah. I actually didn't know that this whole area was already like rendered and whatnot. Like it was just as it is, and so when I was streaming this for the first time, streaming Tantal, I had mentioned how, or somebody in my chat mentioned how when I got close to an edge, it made their stomach drop because they felt like I was gonna fall off. And I was like, what? They said, oh, you don't know? You can fall all the way to the bottom, and I tested it, and it was a bit of a trip. I had no clue. I think it's actually really cool that they did that.
Right, we would be ready to switch restreamers now, so if you are ready.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Right, just to make sure we don't interrupt you in the middle of commentary, so
yeah.
Don't panic, the stream will be switching, so
get ready to post panic basket.